What's going on, guys? Just got my hair cut at the local barber's. I'm now at a fairly local park. It's like 10 minutes away, 10-minute drive. Maybe not even that, like 5-10 minutes. Anyway, I'm here on my own. I've got a bag there, which I will show you the contents of soon. Yeah, and you might be wondering why I'm at the park on my own, but I will explain this shortly. Alright guys, so might be thinking, what am I doing walking around the park on my own on a Monday at like, it's about 12 at the moment. The reason for this is that my social media pages like Instagram, mostly Instagram, this is going to be for that. I actually did this not too long ago when I was with Luke and I went to like a local kind of forest and took some pictures. That was for my website, but this is basically the same thing. I'm out here on my own today. I've got a couple of tripods, a really tall one, so I should be able to get some good pictures considering I'm on my own. And yeah, in the bag as well as the tripods, I've got a can of Monster in case I am here for a while and I want to like have a drink, but I don't plan on being here for longer than maybe an hour. And I've also got some clothes, so gym shop clothes, my protein clothes, normal tops as well. They're mostly just tops, and then I've got like the gym shop bottoms on, and I brought my hat as well just because my hair doesn't look that very good because it's just been cut. But yeah, gonna look for some locations as well as this park here. There are a couple of other parks and forests and that I'm gonna try and do the same thing for. But yeah, at the moment, just walking around here. Looks quite a good day to come here for. Not too sunny, not too cold or wet. Well, it's not damp at all actually. But yeah, look at all the autumn colours, guys. Look at all this. It's beautiful. So far I've found about 2 or 3 locations here that I want to try and get some pictures at. Need to bear in mind though, there is not many people here. There's dog walkers, but there's actually like fields full of like just like boot camp fitness place, so don't really want to get in the way of them. Gonna circle around the whole park, find the places that I think are best and just see what I can make out of them. I've only just realised as well that it's actually really windy as well as being cold as hell right now. And it's only autumn, it's not even like winter yet. But yeah, hopefully you can hear pretty much everything that I'm saying. Okay guys, that's a wrap. I am now done. This camera mode looks really different. I put it on standard rather than autofocus and it looks a bit clearer. I've been using this camera wrong the whole time. Yeah, camera's about to die. That's why I'm actually heading back now. All in all, good, great learning experience. Glad I came out here to just see what pictures I could get. I got quite a few, I think. Wearing a couple of different clothes, a couple of different locations. I was actually going to do it on this wall here, but there was the boot camp thing going on when I got here, so I used a different wall instead. If you guys do want to see the pictures that I took, if I do upload them onto social media, it will be mostly on my Instagram, but maybe even on my Facebook, so they're my 2 main social medias. If you guys want to go like my Facebook page, follow me on Instagram, and yeah, hopefully they'll turn out good and I can put them on there. All of the links are down below, so if you want to check them out. Walking around here, the scenery's so nice that I feel like it'd be really good environment for like a Q&A, so I think I'm going to bear that in mind for my first Q&A I do on this channel, which will hopefully be fairly soon. I don't know yet exactly when to do it, but yeah. Okay, so I completely ignored exactly what I said when I was vlogging there, and my camera died, so just got to put a battery pack in now. What I was going to say is just that I'm going to go to the gym now, do a pretty detailed leg workout commentary again. Hopefully something that I can help you guys with, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, so see you guys in the gym. What's going on, guys? Doing a box style commentary for this particular workout today. I want to show you and talk about a couple of things with this workout. First of all, with this workout today, training legs, I actually went into it having planned exactly what I was going to do, so I'm just getting up the notes now. So what I did was 4 sets of 8 on high bar squats, 3 sets of about 12 on the stiff-legged deadlifts, which you're going to see, hip thrusts, where I did about 3 sets again of, I think it was about 15 reps. I then did quad extensions, which you're also going to see, I think that started off as one set of 15 and then another 2 further sets of about 12. Then did hamstring curls, calf raises on the standing calf machine, and then to finish it all off I did some kind of neutral foot placement on the leg press. I don't usually do this style of like training where I really plan it out and I know exactly what I'm doing, but it was a nice way to mix it up and make things a little bit more interesting. Even though most people can go in the gym once they've got past that kind of beginner stage and they can just like pick up a weight and think like, I'm going to do this for shoulders, and then third exercise I'm going to go do this. If someone's on that machine, I can use this as a replacement. Like, you do kind of get to know which muscles get targeted with what type of movement and what you can kind of use as a substitute if someone's on a bench or whatever. So you don't have to do this, but I'd say it's nice to mix it up, and it kind of holds you accountable to complete the workout, so it puts a bit more pressure on yourself to really push yourself in the workout, especially if you write the rests and like every like detail in the workout. It's really good to do that from time to time. Now the second thing that I wanted to cover, and what I'm actually gonna like probably be looking at the screen a few times now to refer to what it is I'm talking about, is tempo. And in this workout, as well as writing it down what exercises I was going to do, I also wrote down the tempo that I was going to use on some of the exercises. So before I actually get into it, first of all, some of you might not know what I mean when I'm saying tempo, and really what it is, it comes down to 4 digits, and each digit represents a number of seconds. So the first digit, which side should I start with? Right. The first digit is the eccentric part of the movement. So if you were doing a bench press, this would be when you're lowering the weight towards your chest. The second digit would be the pause at the bottom of the movement, so not allowing your barbell to just rest on your chest and not use your muscles, like keeping your muscles tense and under pressure but not actually moving them anywhere, just pausing the weight there. The third digit would be the concentric part of the exercise, so the kind of positive pushing portion of most exercises. So again, with the bench press, this would be pushing the weight up. And then the fourth digit would be the, again, kind of pause, but in this instance it's a squeeze, so it's this squeeze at the top of the movement. So good way to remember that is stretch, pause, push, pause, but just remember that the second pause is going to be more of a squeeze, because that's when you're actually contracting the muscle. Now specifically talking about the workout and what I did for each one, the first thing that I did here was squats, and I did this with a heavier weight. So the tempo that I used for this, I've actually got it written down here so I can remember. The tempo that I used for this was 1 0 1 0. So going down fairly fast but still controlling the weight, not having a rest at the bottom, going up as fast as I can but writing 1 second as like the number to work off of. Obviously if you're going quite heavy, it's going to be hard for you to do it in 1 second. If you're on the last reps, it's obviously going to be quite difficult to maintain the same number of seconds as, for instance, the first rep, but just sticking to that number. And then 0 again at the end there, because you don't want to squeeze at the top there, for 2 reasons. One, because of the type of movement it is, nothing to do with the weight, just because of the type of movement it is, the kind of movement where you're locking out your joints and it's going to take the tension away from the muscle. So squats, bench press, leg press, a lot of things like that where your elbow is going to have a lot of weight on it if you fully extend, and it's going to take the tension away from your muscle and put it onto your joints, which is not what you want. That's one reason why you wouldn't be doing it. But for this particular exercise and the weight and everything, it's because really you just want to go down as quickly as you can and go up as quickly as you can, so that you can lift as heavy as you can and get the reps out that you want to get out. So you don't really want to waste any time at the bottom of the movement on that pause, or any time at the top of the movement on that pause either. Now this is the kind of tempo that's just fast and powerful, and it's really good if you're trying to gain strength on any exercise really. Now the second exercise, stiff-legged deadlifts, as I said, tempo for this one is 4 0 1 0. So I'm trying to keep this as simple as I can, not trying to complicate it too much. This one, the 4 is for the eccentric part of the movement. So with this exercise I was focusing on going as slow down as I possibly could. Obviously you can do more seconds, but I didn't want to like do like a set that would take me ages, and it's kind of not worth doing after you get past the 6 second mark. Again, no pause at the bottom, going up quite quickly again 1 second, and then no squeeze at the top, or not really bringing it into play with the tempo and really trying to do that. You're just doing the standard squeeze at the end of the movement, so thrusting and using the glutes and squeezing them together. But the main thing with this is doing slow negatives, eccentrics, just to keep the muscle under tension for a longer period of time. A lot of these tempo variations that you can do are beneficial because by having your muscles under tension for a longer period of time, especially with pause reps and all that, which I'm going to get to with this next exercise, it causes your muscle to incorporate more muscle fibers in the exercise and therefore really give you maximum growth. Okay, third exercise is hip thrusts on the Smith machine, and the tempo is 2, 3, 1 and 0. So this one mainly focuses on the pause. So this first one is just going slow down on the eccentrics like you would with the stiff-legged deadlifts, but not focusing mostly on that. That's just there because I wanted to go slow. The most important part of it is at the bottom of the movement I was really focusing on the pause. So second number being 3 seconds, it might have even gone to 4 seconds on some of my reps, but really just keeping your glutes paused at the bottom of the movement, but still kind of flexing the muscles and keeping them down there, not moving at all, and then just going up quickly, getting a quick squeeze, and really the main purpose, kind of similar to the slow eccentrics, just pausing and keeping the weight on your muscles, keeping the muscles under tension. Okay, fourth and final was probably my most favourite out of the workout that I did today because it felt like it did the most work, and I promise you if you do these for this particular exercise, and probably others, similar ones that you can do it with, I promise you it will burn so much. The lactic acid in your muscles, the amount of blood that's rushing to your muscles because of this, you will definitely feel it. And by the way, with all of these ones where you're doing slow eccentrics, long pauses, long squeezes on the muscle, they're really going to help you with improving your mind to muscle connection, because you have to hold the muscle flex in that position, so it's really going to help you focus where it is that you're moving the weight and how it is that you're holding it. And so if that's something you struggle with, you might definitely want to incorporate these into your workout. But the actual exercise itself that I was doing here, what I was doing was a tempo of 2, 0, 1 and 5. So again, with the 2 and the 1, they're just kind of there as like the standard way that you'd move the weight. So eccentrics going quite slow just to control the weight like I usually would. No pause at the bottom, no particular time under tension that I want to control on the way up. Really just focusing on the fourth number there, which would be the squeeze at the top, which is holding the weight there for 5 seconds. So you can see on this actual quad extension here, at the top of the movement, I'm holding it there. My legs flexed as much as I can at the top of the exercise. And this, similarly to the eccentric one that I did with a stiff-legged deadlift, really going to involve loads of muscle fibers and keep that muscle under tension, help you with mind-to-muscle connection, and it's all round good. I can already feel my legs aching from this, and I reckon tomorrow it's just going to be really difficult to walk, to say the least. So definitely really effective, these squeezing ones and the slow eccentrics. They're the two that I probably recommend the most. Now all of the ones where you're using quite a high number of seconds on one part of the movement, so the pause, the stretch, the push, the pause again, the squeeze, these are all the most beneficial ones to have kind of several seconds on if you want to grow your muscles. So providing you obviously in a surplus, hitting that hypertrophy rep range of about 10 to 15, maybe even 20, and applying progressive overload, making sure that you can get to that last rep just about, but you're not able to get past that rep. You know, you're not just stopping on 15 reps because, like, you know, why not? You're actually struggling by the last couple of reps there. These are all going to help you so much with gaining muscle, because it keeps your muscles under tension, like I say, and just involves maximum number of muscle fibers and really helps you get in those little details. This is why I started doing it with the quads, because I want to make sure that when I one day shred down to the lowest body fat that I can get to, hopefully my quads will look quite detailed, because obviously if I stay consistent with this, because the long squeeze is going to really hold the muscle there and use multiple muscle fibers. So that's pretty much it. That's all I've really got to say. I did do this for a leg workout, but what you could also do is use these for whatever muscle group that you want to use them for, but again, make sure that you bear in mind with the joint locking out thing that I said before. If there's an exercise where you can lock out at the top of the movement, but you shouldn't, like squats, because it takes the tension away from your muscles and puts it on your joints, don't focus on doing squeezing tempos too much on that. And also there is, I did mention about 4 different variations there, but they're really just like the main ones. You can also do a 5th one where you control the concentric part of the movement, so the third number that I mentioned. So again, going quite slow on that's really going to help you with muscle growth, but I think eccentric is probably the best when it comes to growing muscle. And with the stiff-legged deadlifts, the hip thrusts and the leg extensions, I really focused on one digit, didn't I? I'd focused on the squeeze for the leg extensions, the pause for the hip thrusts, and the eccentric for the stiff-legged deadlifts there. But you can actually mix and match these, and if you wanted to with the leg extensions, you could do really slow eccentrics. You could do a 2 or 3 second pause at the bottom there. You could then do a 2 second, 3 second contraction, and then like an 8 second, and then like a 6 second squeeze at the top there if you wanted to. But that would make your sets incredibly long, and you wouldn't really need to do that. You just need to really focus on one. The eccentrics probably being the best one for you to focus on. But that is it for this video. I'm actually going to conclude it here. All of my online coaching packages and plans and the services that I provide have these on the custom workout plans. So if you want to build muscle in the most efficient way possible, but you don't want to have to think of the tempos to do yourself, just like with the meal plans and that, I can work all of that information out for you and all those numbers, and then just it'll be somewhere on your workout plan showing you how many to do, what tempo to do. So if you do want my online coaching services, the link will always be down below, but there's also a link to my site on the channel banner as well. So thank you guys for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you're new and you want to see more videos like this, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video.